Greetings, Knights of YouTube. I am your Lord Commander, and welcome back to the Hounds of Hasting, right here in Crusader Kings 3, a Game of Thrones mod. Indeed, we are on our way towards making some money for this playthrough. Oh my god, the first one just kind of absolutely wrecked us with the, the Great Spring Sickness. That was just absolutely insane, having to endure that. But we are back indeed, lads. We shall charge out once more with the green-eyed and crimson-coated Hounds of Hasting. And speaking of hounds, lads, we are invited to go on a hunt with, Lord Walder the Troublemaker. Yikes. Yeah, we're gonna join in the hunt, for sure. It's gonna cost us 17 gold. Let's get over there. Nice. We visited the twins. Hell yeah, dude. Out here getting shit done. Look at all these just randos, it feels like. Not bad. Nice. We're gonna hunt a stag today. Of course we are. Wildflowers, get back on your horses, you fools. The cornered stag, let's go. Nice. It got away. Damn it, dude. We haven't had a single successful hunt so far. That's trash. That's pretty trash. Kind of an uneventful start, I think, to the episode. But anyway, lads, welcome back. Lord Walder has been swayed, despite the fact that his hunt was an absolute failure, which is amazing. Love that for us. Yeah, come on. Come on. You wanna... Yeah, there we go. Obviously, it's not going to be a matrilineal marriage, but Ala Hasting, my eldest daughter, she is, in fact, going to wed the Andahar Frey child, and the blood of House Hasting will now flow into the veins of House Frey forevermore. And we now have an alliance with the Lord Walder himself of the twins. Nice. So now we have Lord Otho the Brute on our side of House Bracken, Lord Ardos of Old Honor of House Greysteel, and then of course Lord Walder of the House Frey of the twins. Hell yeah, dude. And I think that right there is enough that we need for now. I really don't think we need any more alliances too much, at least. Nice. Me and Walder are actually becoming friends. I never thought I'd see the day, dude. Another fucking hunt. I'm not going to this one, dude. I'm so sick of y'all. Like, I actually can't. There we go. He has 100% opinion of me now, so I don't think I need to continue trying to convince him or to sway him to be on my side. There you go. So we're going to increase county control now in Speckle Keep because they're at 6, which is awful. Plague trials. Plague trials. Uncooperative guilds and thieves guild. That's not good. Meanwhile, Crimson Keep, less mismanaged pastures. Yeah, not doing the best, but it's going, you know. Oh my god. We're against the tyranny of Stefan again. Oh, Otho, please, I beg, don't do this again. Sorry. Foolish man. See, he just got wiped. Oh, my friend died. Galraya. Shifting interests. I was watching Ala play with the other children when Marina tried to push her over. The moment did not last long, as Ala soon had made an entirely new game out of it and forgotten the previous game entirely. Wrathful, forgiving. Nice. And, being fickle will help her out in her studies of diplomacy, so I don't see why not. Ambitious and fickle. Isn't that an odd combination of items? That's pretty interesting. 78. Sure. Now I'll only be 5 in debt. Oh, I guess I slew someone in battle. Fighting in in one of these armies. I fight in the first army of River Run. Yep, I sure am there. That's pretty interesting. And Lord Walder is also here. Oh, different Walder. Walder Weller. Interesting. Yeah, but now I have... Yeah, because I slew Lord Egon Fernley in battle. I don't know. Who were you to this guy? I guess it was his grand something or another, I guess. Or uncle? I don't know. I slew him in battle and now he's pissed. So now I have a rival. Sir Oliver. Morlas. My mother died. Oh, died of old age. Your mother, Calera, has died. That's so sad. And now my counselor died. Sir Darren Darkwood is my castellan. That's crazy. Lord Commander John Darklin. Nice. And now his watch begins, lads. Now his watch begins. Damn, Southstone is pretty huge. Oh no, King Maekar succumbed to fatal apoplexy. Long live King Duncan the Small of House Targaryen. Long may he reign. Yeah, the Brackens are getting the smackdown right now. Fair Market is being fought. The Blackwood Vale war for Lord Herman's claim on the lordship of Ramsford. I see. A keen eye. Make her greedy? Nice. Good for her. Nice. Speckle Keep is slowly losing their negative debuffs, which is good. I guess all debuffs are technically negative when you think about it. Either way, the concept still stands. So, that's good, at least. Oh, and the Blackwood Vale getting beat the fuck down. Nice. No. Aww. He was overthrown. He was taken down. Oh, that's crazy. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so he got overthrown, and I invited him to come and stay at my place, basically. And now he serves as one of my knights. That's pretty interesting. He's a fearless villain, Sir Otho the Brute of House Bracken. Oh, Lady Tiora was slain in battle by Elfrich Chandler. Damn. Alrighty, lads. We have returned. Sorry. I did decide to go to sleep because I had work in the morning, and now work is over, and now I'm here again. So, we continue on our journey. It seems the Blackwoods currently at war. What are they doing again? Oh yeah, that's right. They're trying to claim Ramsford. Right. Right. That is unfortunate. Quite unfortunate. House Temper. Nice. Forged by the Warrior's Fury. That's pretty sick. Yeah, I like some of these guys. Bestlin Temper. I don't like his stats really. Oops, too far. So Grova Temper. He's a bit arrogant. I wonder if I can't invite him to court. 270, yeah. Yeah, they don't like us. Too many alliances as well, which doesn't help. That's alright though. I do like that we have a few alliances with major houses. Oh, we did. That's right. I forgot that the Brackens are no longer allies of ours, unfortunately, because Otho was overthrown. But he is in fact our Adam Bracken. The albino Adam Bracken. That's insane. Oh, he was the last one born from Lady Tiora before she died, of House Toland. Are they all... Oh, no. See? So Otho had... Oh, grandparents. Ah, okay. Hold on. Pause. I'm trying to figure out, like... Oh, no. See? Yeah, that was his mom. Interesting. How many spouses has he had? 3 spouses. Died of cancer, Lady Jenna. And then Lady Tiora was slain in battle. Now he's wed to Unella Saltcliffe. That is interesting, lads. Very interesting. Anyway, I kind of forgot what was going on here for a second. But we are making some money. As of right now, where are we? Here we are. Yeah, Brandstone. I do have 2 alliances. Pretty strong alliances at that. But not stronger than ours. We do have Lord Walder Frey. And our uncle, Lord Artus. Which is great. I don't think I could purchase a truce just yet. Yeah. But I also don't think we should hesitate to utilize our allies while we have them. You know what I'm saying? That being said, we should go ahead and declare war for my claim on the Lordship of Brandstone. And before we raise our armies, we're going to call our allies to war, beginning with Lord Walder, the Troublemaker, and Lord Artus of Old Honor. As much as it sucks, you know, I feel like we have to. I wonder if I can't arrange some kind of... There's no alliances that'll be had here, unfortunately. Yeah, we shall raise our armies in Speckle Keep. Raise all. And my commander, yeah, Galraya the Hawk. I thought she died. I thought she was my friend and then she died. Maybe this is a different Galraya then. That's interesting. Yeah. I guess we just get it done, lads. My nephew joins us. And the Lord Walder of House Frey joins us as well. Yeah, our peasant army is just gonna smash into them. That'll be interesting. No, Lord Walder. Where do you go? Known for my dedication to my faith. I love that. Gained a level of devotion. Yeah, unfortunately, my brother is still off in the crossing. Yeah. He's out here being a tutor. I can't tell him to come back to court, can I? But it's because Andahar Frey... Yeah, and Ala Hasting. I forgot about that. They are betrothed. He is zealous, just, a bit paranoid, and rude. That is unfortunate. He also has Aaron training, which is cool. Oh, Tristan Frey. Disfigured. Damn, dude. That is tough. That is tough. He looks pretty gnarly. Pretty cool, though, all things considered. But yeah. So we're going to continue on the siege. Your knight, Morgan Burston, has increased his marshal by 1 after training under Galraya. Good. The finer points of diplomacy. Hello. Today my daughter Ala was taught a lesson in vassal management by Horton. It was quite a complicated course necessary, but perhaps a bit beyond Ala's grasp. Oh. Patient, forgiving, or trusting. She's going for diplomacy focus. I think trusting is going to be her best bet. The fated child. There is a certain intensity to Hollis's gaze. She walks also with a proud grace. She talks with conviction and firmness, with exquisite clarity of syllable. Elders 5 times her age listen intently as she does so, drawn to the magnetism of Hollis's personality, as if moths to a flame. There is something special about this child. The old songs talk about those that are marked to carry forward their people, a figure of great bearing and greater ability. Could it be true? Could Hollis be anointed by fate? The fated Hollis of Hastings. She's bossy, compassionate, humble. She's gonna be the next great steward of House Hastings. I like that she's not married yet, which is fine. What nonsense! The whelp should know her place. No, we're here to nurture our family, not stifle them. Yeah, destined for glory. This child needs nurturing. Nurturing, indeed. Who is your current guardian, child? Your mother? Nice. Yeah, I don't want to wed her off to just anybody, so let's see who's around that has inheritable traits. Elmo Rust. Zealous, Just. He's 14, she's 13. And Humble, and Fickle, and Hail. That's pretty interesting. That is an interesting combination of traits. He's not the best out there that I've seen, but I do like him. He seems like a pretty decent kid. Yeah, Guided by Tides, House Rust. Interesting. They're still too small to try and marry above our station, even though we did so successfully with the Brackens and the Freys, which I think is pretty interesting. So I think House Rust might be a really good option for us. There are some other options here, so we could get like Handsome, Intelligent, which is awesome. Yeah, not bad. Because Hail is basically like a level 1 trait, you know what I'm saying? There are Hill Northmans. Yeah, but he's a Craven and Vengeful. I mean, I don't really see why it matters, especially if she's gonna be in a matrilineal marriage, you know what I'm saying? So they're gonna take the name of House Hasting. Elmo of House Rust should feel honored, honestly. Sorry, I know the screaming in the background is kind of insane. There's a Herculean trait here. Yeah, Robust. There's a Genius trait here. But I don't want to wed her off to somebody too old either, you know? Because then it's just weird. There's a Mander Reachman by the name of Robin Winthorpe, who's Hail. He's got decent stats. It's nothing too crazy. He's trusting, compassionate, and just. Yeah. Perhaps we can arrange an introduction to somebody of a higher noble standing. That is something I would want for my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Lord Robert has won against your fellow vassal Lord Benifer in the Blackwood Vale War for Lord Herman's claim on the lordship of Ramsford. Nice, so Robert Page ended up winning that war. So Ramsford still belongs to Fairmarket and the people of House Page. That's pretty interesting. Good for them. Yeah, we're going to continue to fight on, take the castle. These lands are ours. Oh, not quite. Almost. Yeah, having the, Young Love. Oh, Hollis. Interesting. Hollis's abilities are such that sometimes I forget she is still a child, but as we travel across the courtyard and I hear the tittering of 2 children at the side of us, I am suddenly reminded that kids will indeed still be kids. The 2 giggling children are clearly smitten with Hollis, to the point where they both immediately stare furiously at the ground as she cheerily greets them. Though she is wise beyond her years, I can see the smile at the corner of Hollis's mouth. Gains the trace Lustful? That's awful. Yeah, you must concentrate, Hollis. Concentrate, my child. Nice. Right now, she has really good diplomacy traits, but not many, you know, stewardship traits, which is unfortunate. Alright, for the last few years of her childhood, I shall take over guardianship. Oh, actually, I don't think I can. Oh, that is unfortunate. Hold on. Who are my other wards? Horus and Allah. Hendry. Alright, we'll move Guardian, and then we'll have somebody else. Perhaps the widowed Joyeuse will finish the tutorage. Meanwhile, I shall educate Hollis myself. Hopefully I can influence Ward's personality. We can give her a trait from our pool that's going to help her out. So Stubborn is going to give her the biggest boost to her stewardship. Oh, perfect. And it just happens to have the highest success chance. So hopefully we can get it. Please, Hollis. Success. I approach my daughter Hollis full of conviction, asking what mirths are to be had today. Oh, my friends talked me into collecting stupid flowers again. Hollis, I cry, how much of life will you waste on the whims of others? Stand by your judgment. Stand fast like a knight. Don't you think your choice will be the most fun? Yes, muses she. I know what I want. Why should I let anyone change me? That's my girl. I took a bit of stress from that, but I want her to have the greatest chance of success that she can, honestly. And if that means, like, becoming a little bit more like her dad, if that means taking a little bit of stress upon my own shoulders to help show her her worth, then that's fine. I accept that. Wow, I'm such a great video game father. I hope I could do the same when I actually have children. If/when. Magister Balaro's Grand Tournament, off in Essos. I don't want to do that. All in time. My daughter Hollis has been impressed with one of the household knights for a very long time. After finally meeting in person, she has been repeating the warrior's words to herself. Greatness comes in time. Be there to grasp it when it does. Yeah, Sir Damon Hastings. That's awesome. Patient. Generous. Or diligent. I'm going to take some critical stress to make her diligent for sure. Because that's going to be huge. She must be taught that hard work always produces results. Indeed, greatness comes in time, but only if you're willing to work hard until it arrives. Yeah, gain a level of stress. Wants and desires. Faith of the Blessed. No. I'm gonna just suffer through it a bit. Enforce demands. So be it. Disband my armies. Very nice. Now we are the holder of 4 castles, from Brandstone to Houndtooth, and all the lands between. These are now mine. Freaking epic, dude. Not bad. Yeah, the goal is to... Hopefully we can take Fair Market. I don't know why we would need it, but it is a duchy building, and it's pretty up there in its stats. So I think that's gonna be pretty cool. But yeah, we absolutely have to get some building done. We've gotten really, really lucky not having a military of our own, instead just relying on our levies and our knights, which I think is an interesting concept here. I've never seen something like that happen. Lordship of Dustinbury. Oh, Lord. Yeah, he's left us back to the Reach. Yeah, Dustinbury Castle. Good for him. Lord Everan. Might through the sword. Good for him. Yeah, that sucks, because he was a really good steward of ours. We'll let one of my vassals take over then. Oops. Yeah, there's a castle holding here at Wheatstone, which is cool. What's crazy is we have 25 stewardship, and it only gave us +2 to our domain limit, which is not great. It's not the best, honestly, but alas, not the county capital. Yeah. The High Lordship of the Three Forks. Yeah, that would give me a claim on this one right here. That's pretty cool. Lancewood. There we go. Inside King Duncan the Small of the Seven Kingdoms realm. High Lordship of the Three Forks. Yeah, I need 250. But for now, I do believe we ought to wait and bide our time. Willowwood is pretty massive, so that's going to be quite interesting to have to deal with them. Ooh. Alright, so Lomas Clayton. Clafton? He's a dutiful captain. He gained Wrathful and Vengeful. Gained Trained Fighter. Aggressive Attacker. Yeah, join my court. Interesting. Not bad. Yeah, out here making some money at least. I am going to get my counselor to the task of trying to like claim the Lancewood, because if we can claim all 3 of these lands and then create our High Lordship, that would be pretty cool, I do think. Yeah, new duchy building. Right now, Crimson Keep is our capital, but it's not a duchy capital, and you can tell which is which, but when you select it, there would be like a... It looks like this. I guess Lancewood would be the duchy capital, basically. But you can construct a duchy building. It's something specific to the duchy. So what we have now, what we are currently holding, is a county title, basically. We've just kind of usurped or conquered 3 neighboring counties in the meantime. So, that being said, it is absolutely possible for us to claim Lancewood, create our duchy, and then maybe like instill some of our children or even my brother in one of these lands. You know what I'm saying? So put my brother over here in Crimson Keep, and then give him Houndtooth as well, and then just see like how he grows and everything. And then we would take Lancewood as the duchy capital, because even now, like, Lancewood itself is a county title. Like, the whole lordship of Lancewood is a county title. Meanwhile, Crimson Keep also is a county title, right? And Gaines is a county title. The whole lordship of Gaines. This is also Speckle Plum is a county, and then Brandstone is a county. But if I claim all 4 of these, and then I create the duchy, and then use Lancewood as my duchy, I can, or as my capital, I can then, excuse me, create a special building, basically. The question is, there are so many options. There's Royal Reserves, which is interesting for for holding hunts. Leisure Palaces I'm not that interested in, but the tax offices I think would be pretty cool. All holdings in the duchy increase the holding taxes by 15%. Archery grounds is pretty cool, but I'm not too worried about that. Skirmishers and archer damage. Men-at-arms maintenance minus 6% is cool though. Crown smithies will increase our heavy infantry and our spearmen, which are personally like 2 of my favorite men-at-arms units. And then again another 6% decrease in the maintenance. Jousting grounds will do the same thing with our cavalry. Royal armories just increases the damage and toughness of the men-at-arms, whatever they are, regardless of what type. Siege works would do the same for siege weapons. Marches holding taxes in hills and mountains plus 15% all over the place. That's crazy. Not just in our duchy, but anywhere that we would claim, I suppose. Military academies, army gold maintenance, yeah, men-at-arms recruitment cost. Enables the trained knights travel option. That's pretty cool. Military academies, and then the vineyards increase the taxes by a 0.58 per month flat rate. That's not bad. That only puts us up to, yeah, like 4 plus 4 per month. Whereas I think the tax offices, all of the holding taxes going up by a percentage, by 15%. So imagine if we built up a shit ton of stuff here, and then the taxes went up by a lot, and then that plus 15% on top of whatever the base is just fat money in the long run. So I think Lancewood is going to be our best bet, and I do think that building the tax offices here is going to be our next course of action, especially considering that if we can manage to get it done in Lord Dalton's lifetime. He's still a young man. He's 39. So I think that's very, very possible. If we can get it done in his lifetime, I do think that building the tax offices here so that we can further achieve great things through our economy and like through flourishing and everything like that. I know I said we were going to build or play tall in this playthrough, and then we've managed to conquer 3 neighboring counties so far, or 2 neighboring counties, and then and actually have not built a single fucking thing so far. Anyway, my bad. Yeah, military mind. My master-at-arms, Matthew, and I are deep into a war game, poring over a table with small counters representing various troops. I barely notice Hollis sidle up, but her fierce gaze, directed at the tabletop, immediately belies the intensity of her internal calculations. Here, Hollis's voice startles me. That group is engaged frontally. If you were to use that forest to screen your approach, you could catch them totally off guard. Matthew raises his eyebrows over Hollis's back as she leans over to move the counters. My goodness, Hollis is right. Yeah, Hollis Hastings Marshall increases by 3. Or, I gain martial advice for 20 years. And Hollis goes up by 2. If her martial goes up by 2, it'll give her 9. Whereas with 3... I am stubborn. This way I don't gain any stress and it still goes up for her. So, all in all, I think she's turning into quite the badass. Diligent, stubborn, compassionate, and humble. Yeah, all in all, not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, lately I've been pondering the education of my son Hendry. Is warfare really the appropriate direction? Since being trained in stewardship myself, I have found that particular knowledge to serve me well. Surely it should do the same for him. Yeah, I can shape him in my image, which gains stress, but I think we should just further his martial education focus. He is born with Rowdy, which is going to increase his martial anyway, but damn, his diplomacy is up, his stewardship is up. We got to get the boy knighted. Can I knight him myself? I mean, my stats aren't terrible. 15 martial is pretty cool. But 22 from Sir Damon would make it even better. Nah, I'd rather have hands-on his learning. So let's get him trained up real quick. 37, 40, and 63. Train him in swordsmanship. Oh, my boy. Silly lad. Ah, Allah comes of age. I am proud to see my daughter no longer as a child, but as an adult. Even as a child, Allah was always... Yeah, pause. There we go. Always had a way with words. It is therefore unsurprising that she has taken well to the study of diplomatic relations. With an excellent grasp of all manners of etiquette, blah 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 blah, she will have no problem navigating a life at court. And thus my firstborn child is old. She's no longer a child. I said old. That's not what I meant. There we go. Look at that. 17 freaking diplomacy, man. That's pretty sick. Yeah, and now betrothed can marry. Yeah. My daughter. Good for them. Lord Walder the Troublemaker. I like that we made friends with Walder Frey. I think that's pretty interesting. Good for them, though. Sir Andaha Frey. Martial recriminations. I am surprised to find my wife skulking in my study. By the look on her face, something is clearly upsetting Gara, yet it takes me a while to convince her to share her concerns with me. My beloved, I must confess to you that Ganwell has gravely insulted me. I cannot bear the thought of being close to that coarse man any further. Sir Ganwell Graceford. He's my spy master, too. Damn. Is banished. Smeared the family name. Yeah, he's gone. Get rid of him. Feels bad, dude. Feels bad. But alas... Yeah, Sir Goyard Sulk. He's a bit rude. A bit on the rude side, but that's alright. A strapping youngster. It occurs to me as I watch Hollis practicing sword strokes that she is really developing into quite the physical specimen. Another stroke hisses through the air, Hollis following through with poise and determination. I shudder to imagine what it would be like to be on the end of such a blow, but a small part of me wonders whether such a focus on power is truly beneficial. She gains strong. Or she gains athletic. Yeah, make her strong. I don't see why not. I think that's pretty badass. Yeah, she's a bit of a badass. Let's arrange an introduction. So Roland Darkland. Sir Boric Strong. Sir Elmo Rust. Ooh, robust. Just, inquisitive, humble, gregarious. He's kind of ugly though. Not gonna lie. It's kind of ugly. Yeah, robust. Another Riverlander. House Sherwell. Sir Horace. He's an incompetent commander, but he's got good personal prowess. And on top of that, he is robust as well. Courtier of Lord Walder, the insubordinate of House Forth. Minus 300. Plus 600. Ah, it's because he's unlanded too, huh? All right, hold on. See, so we're gonna have to play this smart. There's no more just, you know, whisking people away and doing the thing, you know, or whatever. Just making marriage alliances willy-nilly. The Clever Corvid. That's pretty sick. That is a sick ass name. All right, I think part of the problem is that I'm trying to arrange introductions to see if they'll be a good match. I think I just need to make her a good match. Yeah. I hate the way that sounds, is make her do anything, you know? But I think it'll do us some good. I need somebody with good enough traits. So if we go for a matrilineal, if we go for, let's say, prestige gain, and then sorted back in inheritable traits. There's a few options. House Swift of the Westerlands is not bad. Sir Royce Chambers. Interesting. He's robust. Ah, Jania Chambers. Oh, okay. So we just kicked her out of her lands. This is her son. But not son and heir. He's the third born son. And the baby of the whole family. That is interesting. I wonder if we can't make this marriage happen. He is a bit... Whoops, get out of the way. He is a bit arrogant. Stubborn, just, and brave. So he's got some stewardship, good martial, excellent prowess. Robust, skilled tactician, the whole nine. That's not bad. I think that'll be fine. I think that's a decent enough match for the two of them. So... And it doesn't come with a negative penalty. Yeah, to the charming Dalton, I gladly accept your betrothal proposition. I will graciously take the hand of your daughter Hollis when the time comes. Good. Good. Excellent. Yeah, and it's a matrilineal betrothal as well. Grand. Grand indeed, lads. Incompetent tax collection. Fuck. Ah, damn it. Where was this at? In Brandstone? Jesus. Practice makes... ... Two blades rattle together in the bright sunlight, scraping along each other's lengths with a metallic shing. Hollis dances backwards lightly, holding the blade as if it were an extension of her arm. Her sparring partner, Morgan, staggers after her, puffing lightly. The two have been sparring for a while now, and Hollis has barely broken a sweat. I wonder if she's even trying. Yeah, I'll take over. Hollis Hastings' prowess increased by 3. That's insane. That is diabolical indeed. Super cool. Family feast, bliss. The feast in Crimson Keep was lovely tonight. Everyone was quite quiet, and well behaved, and the spirit among my family was one of congeniality. After the food was taken away, Gara and I looked out at everyone engaged in merriment and conversation. My wife sighed with contentment, and then she turned to me, and I saw the twinkle in her eyes. She clearly wanted to spend the night as husband and wife, and wanted to start right away. Raise a glass to Lady Gara. I love that. That was nice. See, the whole family playthrough thing in a world where family and noble lineages like matter and shit like that. I think that's so fucking cool, man. I think that's so badass. So I love it. Hollis now comes of age, a natural administrator from birth. It should surprise no one that Hollis has come far in her studies of management of the realm. Not content with the understanding the flow of wealth and people, she seems capable of predicting it as if by instinct. She always finds new ways of profiting off of it too. She gained 4-star prosperous seneschal. That is amazing. Destiny realized the continual growth of Hollis has crept up on me, but I now look at her with a peer's eyes. All that time ago, I had seen her potential and resolved to nurture it. I had little idea of what to expect then, but it's clear that my efforts have not been in vain. Hollis stands face to face with me, smiling, and despite our familiarity, I can't help but feel that natural pull she exudes. There can be no doubting it. This woman is marked for greatness in some mysterious way. I am certain I have done the right thing by aiding her journey along the treacherously woven path of fate. Gains Tool of Fate. This character's natural magnetism marked them out from a young age, and their nurtured talents set them apart from their peers. No prowess lost from age, monthly prestige, monthly renown, monthly lifestyle experience, diplomacy increases by 3, martial by 4, stewardship by 4, intrigue by 4, learning by 3. That's amazing. It has been an honor, sweet daughter. Jesus, look at her fucking stats. She is stacked the fuck up. She's strong. Dude, that is absolutely sick. Absolutely sick. Yeah, matrilineal marriage. I can't do a grand wedding because I'm broke as shit. Fuck, man. That sucks. I could request a loan from the bank, but it's not going to get me anywhere. If I utilize it just to... Yeah, average cost is 190. Nah, we'll send the proposal and let them get wed. Yeah. May the Father grant us long life and many children. Indeed. Treat her well, and by the old gods and the new, I will cut you down where you stand. Horace Hasting. Yeah, that's awesome. She's kind of a badass. Alright, so when we take over Landswood, I think we're going to give Hollis the Lordship of Gaines. And I might give Brandstone to my brother. There's 2 cities here, though. That's kind of useless. Because cities don't do much. I mean, they give taxes, right? So, like, this one... Oh, shit. We're actually making fat taxes off of Wakeside. But they are also stacked the fuck up. Landed estates, the whole 9. That's actually pretty cool. So, we are getting some fat taxes from these guys. He is a powerful vassal because he is a city holder. Yeah, but I can't manage his contract, so... Guess it's fine. But yeah, 2 cities? Dude, that sucks. Yeah. That kind of sucks. And the only reason I say that sucks is because this is the duchy. This has a duchy capital building here that we can build, essentially. Unless we come over here and take Fair Market, but that means going to war with... Yeah, with House Page. It was a mighty noble house, whereas these guys barely have a military. Same as us, don't get me wrong, but still. Yeah, so I think when we move on, I am going to take Landswood as the duchy capital. I think I'm going to rename Specklekeep, though. And I might give it to Hollis. Make her my vassal, and then give her vassal demands. Yeah. To build administrative buildings. I do think that'll be quite interesting. And then, like, worst case scenario, because of the mods that we utilize, we can switch characters to another landed character, right? So, like, literally anybody we can play as, essentially. And I can just switch to Hollis when she has her lands and get her to manually set her to start building shit for the economy. I think that would be really interesting. And then the line of Hollis, you know, that destined line of House Hasting, will just kind of continue on and be the constant stewards of our lands here. Speaking of, I wonder if I can't make her my steward now. I kind of doubt it, considering, considering she's not landed, and unfortunately a woman, which I think is still kind of dumb, but whatever. Like, if she's got the talents, if she's got the skills, then why the fuck is she not currently employed? You know what I'm saying? In that position. The Gold Road has diverged into a divergent culture of the Westerlanders. That's interesting. Yeah, if we can take Landswood by the end of this episode, that would be great. One thing I need from you guys, though, is what are we going to name our duchy title when we become the High Lord of our duchy, of our very own duchy? Because as of right now, we're kind of just, yeah, a lord over a lordship. But once you gain a duchy title, you become a High Lord of a High Lordship. So when we become a High Lord over the duchy of whatever our lands are called, we could call it Hastings, but I think that's kind of lazy. I feel like that's lazy. There are other really, really cool names that I think we could go for. Some that are like Hound related, some that are Crimson related, some that are, you know, knightly related or stewardship related, stuff like that. So y'all let me know your best suggestions in the comments below, and my favorite one will be picked out. Maybe even a combination of two, who knows. That being said, there is also the opportunity to rename Specklekeep. I like Brandstone. I think Brandstone can stay. But if we want to rename Specklekeep once we inevitably give it to Hollis Hastings, I think that would be really, really interesting as well. So, you guys give me your suggestions in the comments below, and we shall see what happens, lads. But first, we must get there in the first place. Magister Meteo's Grand Tournament. I'm not crossing the narrow sea to go to a tournament of some some Bravosi Magister or whatever. I don't give a rat's butthole, dude. Nearly there, lads. Come on. Boom. Oh, perfect timing. The small harbor has also been constructed. Nice. All that's missing is one little bribe of 78. That's crazy. Perfect. So we are not currently in debt. Our allies are not currently at war. So my brother, Sir Damon Hastings, has finally returned to the Land of Gains, which is grand. I didn't realize how much of a buff he has to our opinion, honestly. He doesn't like that we're veteran adventurers, but he's literally a veteran adventurer as well, considering he's my younger brother. That being said, though, family business, +5, siblings, +25, entourage mediator, +10, same dynasty, +5, distinguished, +5, personal diplomacy, +5, just being a virtue, +5, also an eager reveler, +15, also a knight, +5, also loyal, +10, also a veteran adventurer, +20, which kind of negates this one, released from prison, don't know how that happened. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Was he in prison at the Twins? Is that why he couldn't come home? I don't know. Anyway, guardian of your heir, +25. I think that's pretty interesting as well. So, not sure how that happened, that last one. But we can create the High Lordship, can demand payments, ransom from Kyle. Oh, for 100 gold? Dude, say less. I didn't realize I had a goddamn prisoner. That's insane. I can also create accolades, but I'd rather wait until we have a duchy title. That being said, can we create men-at-arm units? Even if it's just one. So river bows give us 25, 10, and 10. Crossbowmen will give us 45, 21. I'd rather have the crossbowmen. The river bows are cool and all. They can counter spearmen and archer cav and skirmishers. These guys counter heavy infantry, heavy cav, and elephant cav. Lancewood currently has nothing but levies. So if we went after them with one unit of crossbowmen, I think that'd be pretty interesting. Our armored footmen would also be pretty cool. Or some pikes as well. I would love to get a nice, diverse military going on, if I'm being honest. Pikemen is going to be the cheapest option. Light cav, heavy cav, elephant cav. Do they have any allies, Lancewood? Or Deadings, I guess. House Deadings. But I guess not. It doesn't look like it. That being said, we can begin to build up a military for ourselves. Beginning with, yeah, heavy infantry, heavy cav, spearmen. Cav. Yeah, I'd rather go for the crossbowmen right off the bat because they can counter both infantry and cavalry, the heaviest of the two types, clearly. So I think that'll be a good starting point. We can get some bargemen as well, which is pretty cheap. Counters light cavalry. But I think not, at least not for now. But we can absolutely get some crossbows. Yeah, the first crossbows of our house here in Crimson Keep. It's going to give them a massive boost to some of their stats, which I think is amazing. So now we can wait until our crossbows are up and running. Sir Horton Thanders, I come asking for your leave to marry a woman by the name of Liana, a wandering nobody. She's got some good stats, though. Permission granted. I don't care. Lord Robert's Feast of House Vance. You may not arrive in time for the feast. That's alright. Not too worried about it. Nice, we're about halfway there. Aw, no! Otho the Brute died. Disappeared without a trace. Ah, Otho Bracken, no! That's so heartbreaking. Yeah, Adam Bracken is a bit of a learned kid. He's interesting. He kind of interests me. And then, of course, there's Rosie Bracken, who is betrothed to our son and heir, Hendry. Yeah. He's gotten just and humble, which is good. I'm glad we handed him off to our brother for tutelage and for squireship, because clearly shit was not working out under us. I think we put too much pressure on ourselves to try and be the focal point for our family. You know, kind of like the stepping stone for all of them. And it clearly just does not work out in our favor. Your spouse's average diplomacy skill led to the windfall of Hollis gaining 20 opinion of us. Nice, Hollis is with child as well. I love that. Good for her. Yeah, as soon as we get up to our max party of crossbows, then we'll go to war. Argoth Hastings and Horace Hastings. There was a commotion among the children today. Argoth was attempting to preach among his fellow youngsters and became the target of a small fight. Horace was furious that anyone could target someone attempting to speak on behalf of the warrior and chased away the other children. We can give him zealous. Let's give him brave. Who's this child's guardian? His mother. Alright, Argoth. And then Horace is also... actually is from Sir Damon. That's good. He's not old enough to be a squire yet. Not yet. Not until the 27th of Second Moon. My counselor died. Matthew Don. No, Sir Matthew. That's so sad. Oh, but my brother is back. That's right. So he can be our master-at-arms again, which is good. Yeah, there's so many grand tournaments off in Essos, but nothing happening in Westeros right now. That's kind of trash, dude. You're trash, dude. 75 out of 100 crossbows. Accusations of witchcraft. Well, I don't want upset peasants as much as I... Yeah. She is just... Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna get upset peasants for the next 5 years, which is fucking awful. Men-at-arms maintenance per dread. Domain limit +1. Fuck yes, dude. That's awesome. I forgot that was a perk that we could get. We're at 41 years of age, which is not terrible at all. Sick. Absolutely sick. Aha! A child of my dynasty. My first grandchild. Yeah, Jania Hastings. The child of Hollis. Moria is a pretty cool name. Moria Hastings. Yeah. And it has the RY of like House Royce there. Or the ORY, I guess. Like Royce. I think that's a pretty cool like mix of the two names, you know, in a way. Royce. Yeah. Moria Hastings. I love that. It's a great name. There you go. Horace. Oh, never mind. Lord Torwin, the worthy of House Greyjoy. Yeah. We're gonna distract ourselves for a bit while we're building up our armies. We're gonna join this this grand tournament in the Iron Islands. Let's get going, lads. Yeah, Lord Dalton Hastings of Gaines. I don't know why we're wearing armor, but that's pretty cool. I like that. Morgan Bruston is our knight. And Nellis Saltcliffe is our caravan master. Let's get going, lads. the gracious host. Oh, and Wakeside. Interesting. Does your wine stock match your tax rate? Lamau. Give me your fucking gold, loser. Oh my god. Tournament arrival. Alright, let's pause it real quick, because I did not like what that was. Okay, it's just this. Don't scare me like that, you fuckers. Jesus. That was awful. Alright, first up is archery, so let's go to the tournament grounds. Yeah. I do not wish to offend Lord Sargon of House Botley. Yeah. We have the chance, this is quite sad, of immediately becoming overwhelmed with stress again. That's not good. No longer overwhelmed by stress. That's good. We are close to qualifying. So we just need to wait until this opens up again for us. Yeah, we can get Falconer trade experience. Increases moderately. Increases slightly. Yeah, increases moderately. There we go. On track to qualify for the archery. Wrestling, melee, recital. We'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. Oh, pause it. Ah. Steward of the Trident, I accept. Look at that fat money. There we go. So now we're actually getting some shit done. Yeah, it's time to show the world my skill. I'm not going to cheat to win. Uh-oh. Lord Gerald Hightower. Sure. I'll pay the 25. I don't mind. Maybe if I shoot across the wind. I am one with my bow. 58% chance that I can get it done. One last knock, lads. Was that it? Did I win? Oh, we sure fucking won. That's awesome. Intent achieved. Lost 35 stress. Hell yeah, dude. After many trials, some tribulations, and above all else, some truly spirited competition, we have our final three. In third place, the gutsy Lord Commander Harlan of House Grandison. Coming in a close second, Lord Orma. That, of course, leaves us with our victor, Lord Dalton of House Hasting. Nice. Which is interesting that we won an archery contest in the Grand Tournament of the Iron Islands when we have been on 3 unsuccessful hunts so far, which I think is really interesting. Gain a bit of stress because I'm just, but I'm going to watch my opponents and learn their weaknesses. Increases slightly. Increases moderately. Not bad. I'll take it. Let's go to the Artisan Quarters as well. Yeah, I want a Hasting Crest. There we go. Oops. I'm in the recital. Cool. It's time to show the world my skill, lads. Uh-oh. All a misunderstanding. Lord Lionel, the laughing storm of House Baratheon. It only takes a line of verse before the murmurs start. Lionel is up on the stage, quite brazenly reciting lines from a popular local ditty. Discontented grumbles amongst the crowd begin as he continues. Something doesn't quite add up, I muse. Surely Lionel wouldn't be familiar with that song, being as he is of the Stormlander stock. A small memory jumps to forefront of my mind, unbidden. The laborer who had constructed the dais had been whistling that very tune earlier. Back on stage, Lionel meanders to a verbal halt as the crowd explodes with jeers. A few choice vegetables raining down on him as he shields himself from the projectiles. Well, this is very unseemly. Jesus. Boo! It just starts booing him. No, it's not his fault. Be nice to him. I persuade the crowd. That's awesome. A rambunctious recital. Gorin, of House Goodbrother, flashes an arrogant smirk my way as he ascends the dais, and it doesn't take long for me to find out why. The very first line is a grave insult to me, and the rest follows suit. The sound of the cheering, jeering crowd fills my ears. I have no choice but to retaliate with my own poem against Gorin's honor. My opening verse is of paramount importance. 'Tis true, Gorin rhymes like no other. However, I hath lain with his mother. He is a rakish lover. His mind couldn't be duller, or his face couldn't be rougher. This is my highest chance of success, and it doesn't even rhyme. Your verse wins the crowd. I love that. Word to the wise. Night begins to fall on the scene, but torches light the competition as it continues. I talk to myself under my breath, readying my lips for the next round as I reminisce about the happenings so far. I step forward to take my turn, ascending the steps to the dais. It's time for the final verse. A ditty about making coin and living the good life. 62% success chance. Well versed. I finished my final verse, but the crowd haven't waited for the ending. The cheers drown out my words, flowers landing around me on the stage as I make my way off. I am winning. Victory is so close. There are precious few competitors left to go and even less time. It all comes down to this one last verse. I don't know if I won this one. I can't tell. Maybe? Did I win this one? Oh, I won. Hell yeah. Lord Gorin came in second, and Lord Elwood, the Miser of House Hunter, came in third. Nice. Two tournaments done. I don't know about wrestling. I don't know if I can take on wrestling, if I'm being honest. That's crazy, because my bow contest aptitude is poor. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Yeah, disgusting. Never mind. That was kind of a waste. Maybe I don't make it into the wrestling contest. You failed to learn anything. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to turn out in my favor. Yeah, may the best man win. Shameless cheating, Lord Gorold of Lord's Port. Damn. Lionel is fucking ripped. Damon Dondarrion. Okay. Yeah, I would not have won that at all. Without a doubt. No way. He was taken down by some nobody, Gorold of Lordsport. Jeez, what a mess. Alright, not yet qualifying. Yeah, I'm probably not going to make it into the Melee tournament. Yeah. Knights qualify. Hego and one of your other knights. That's awesome. Yeah, did not qualify. To the field. That's right. I guess I'm just watching it unfold. The final blows. But Hega, my knight. Go on, my lady. And that concludes our tournament. We gained a prize scepter. Nice. Nice. And with that, we now have 3,000 men under our command. Our foe has no allies and 400 levies. I think it is finally time for us to declare war for our final claim on the Lordship of Lancewood. We attack. Yeah, we're going to raise all of our men. My brother, oh, he's wounded. Brother, what happened to you? Yeah, we're going to send the lads off to war. They're going to go through Ramsford and crash down upon the Lancewood bastards. Nice. Enemy combatants have been captured. Nice. Looks like my children were off making friends with another noble house. Starsban, House Alderdice. Leave no tracks. Interesting. Lord Wilfer Alderdice of Starsban. He is a 13-year-old. His regent is his mother, Janala of House Avery. He's also a twin. His twin sister is Amain Alderdice. Damon is off getting shit done for us in the name of his lord and his brother. Ah, he's taking my position. How dare he, you bastard. It's alright though. There are 3 months left in the siege of Lancewood. Let us make it quick, lads. Put an end to this. Beautiful. Knight improves. Master Othar. Jesus. He lost his nose. Or Othan. Sorry, not Othar. Damn. We also seized an artifact. Nice. We enforce our demands. And we disband all of our armies. Bada bing. Bada boom. Yeah, we're still missing, it costs 250. Okay, yeah, we're still missing some gold here, which is fine. John Softwillow, you can be ransomed. Yeah, there is not shit built here, which is crazy. I'm going to hold off on building our duchy building until we can get the actual title of the duchy itself. So that means waiting until we get up to 250 gold. So we're almost there anyway. But yes, as we approach the end of this episode, once again, I do want to invite you guys to leave your best suggestions for the name of our duchy title. Obviously, Gaines is where we started, the county of Gaines, and then we took Crimson Keep as our capital, and then we went on to take Speckle Keep in the county of Speckleplum, and then we took the castle of Brandstone in the county of Brandstone, and now we have Lancewood of Lancewood. So, use your best intuition. What do you think would be a great duchy title for us here? Clearly Lancewood is going to be our best bet when it comes to the duchy capital. So unfortunately all the progress we made here in Gaines is basically for nothing, but that is neither here nor there. There is also only one additional holding here in the rivulets, which I think is fine. But that means we can only construct one additional castle in our own capital county, basically. It should be fine. I'm not too worried about it, but it's definitely something that we need to see about getting to, essentially. So, oh, that's right. Lord Walder's Hunt. Yeah, I'm not interested. We are going to get Architect, which is awesome. We now have the Architect trait. Yeah, which is absolutely beautiful. Sick. Yeah, construction time goes down by a tremendous amount, which I think is amazing. Oh, my counselor died. Damn it. Yeah, she was my steward. Oh my god. The rest of my stewards absolutely suck. Oh boy. Alright. Time to marry off my courtiers to people who need stewards, basically. Oh, another family feast. Serenity. Every now and again, I feel as if our family here in Crimson Keep might be like any other. Tonight was one of those times. My eldest son, Hendry, was typically humble, addressing each of the servants by name and treating them with great respect. My good son, Royce, was in good spirits for once, smiling and laughing along with almost everyone. Even my younger daughter, Hollis, was the picture of grace, smiling warmly whenever the conversation turned her way. Everyone got along, laughing and even singing. At one point, I stood and made a speech that left my family a little teary-eyed. It was good. Nice. I love that. Very cool. Very family-oriented of us. Oh, my son and heir, Hendry, comes of age. As an active and enthusiastic child, it is no surprise that Hendry has done well in his studies of war and combat. He has shown great aptitude both in battle tactics and the management of armies. He will make a fine commander one day, I am sure. They grow up so fast. Alright, so we gained 3-star skilled tactician, 2-star trained fighter, and the defender trait. My son has been knighted. Oh, Horus has been knighted. Knighted at 12 is diabolical. Sir Andahar Frey. Yeah, Janae Frey. Oh, she's sickly. No. That's so sad. My poor daughter, my beloved daughter. Yeah, Henry Hastings gained the trait Heir in Training. Nice. He's a strong lad. Yeah, he's pretty tough. His prowess is actually kind of bad. It's kind of bad. It's my own damn fault though. He became a man before I finished training him. Alrighty lads. 257 gold. We can now create the High Lordship of the Three Forks, or, you know, name to be determined. But yeah, we create the title. You are now a mighty lord. How grand. Yeah, High Lordship of the Three Forks. Yeah, High Lordship of the Three Forks. I love to see it, lads. It's amazing. We hold 5 castle holdings. We are now officially a High Lord. It is grand. Things are truly, truly grand. Alrighty, lads, but I do believe we will end today's episode here. We are now illustrious, moving towards exalted among men. I think it's pretty badass. We now are a mighty High Lord of the High Lordship of Three Forks. If you guys have a better name for us, then please leave your suggestion in the comments below. And then, of course, if we can, I would like to rename Lancewood. I think Lancewood is pretty cool, but it's, you know, its old name. And now we have a family, or a family dynasty that we're trying to secure for ourselves. So if we can ingrain a deep-rooted history beginning with ourselves, if we, as the first of our house, or I guess considered the second of our house, considering Lord Brennard, our father, was the head of our house. But if we can, as the second of our house, begin to take over, setting like the precedent of a dynasty for ourselves, then over the course of history, clearly everything will just kind of start to make sense. This is the way that the Lannisters think back to Land the Clever. Imagine what would have happened if they decided not to, you know, swindle the House Casterly out of Casterly Rock. Imagine if they decided not to build Lannisport. Like, House Lannister would have no name, essentially. Jesus, what happened to Duncan? Oh, he became a leper. Duncan, no. That's so sad. Princess Baela Targaryen. Damn. That would have been cool if we had if we married into the Targaryens. But no, we just became a High Lord. I don't think we should push it. We're not even like the strongest of High Lords either. But maybe we can start to take claims over here in these areas. I think would be interesting. Grimwind, Whaler Root, Stilfen, Wernel, Green Lily. Yeah. Imagine if we can take all of these lands, like all these independent lands, and then create other High Lordships, and then it, supplant the lords and the figureheads there with, you know, with our family members. That would be pretty interesting. Yeah, pretty interesting indeed. I want to test it out and see if it's even something that can be achieved. Like we'll start with, like, what am I thinking? Wernel? Yeah, Wernel, and then move on to Green Lily, Whaler Root, etc., etc. It might be difficult, and it might not, excuse me, I'm so sorry, work out the first time around. But it is, you know, opportunities abound, so hopefully that is something that we can achieve in the long run. But again, if you guys have any better names for these lands, remember the plan is to grant Hollis Hastings the lordship of Specklekeep, making her our vassal, and also ingraining in the Society of House Hastings, you know, a branch of stewards, a branch of marshalists, etc., etc. I think that would be pretty cool. But until next time, lads, always remember honor and service, glory in sacrifice, and crimson courage. And I, your Lord Commander, Lord Dalton of House Hastings, Lord of the High Lordship of To Be Determined, will see you in the battles ahead. Goodbye, my friends.